Hi y'all, welcome to the Messy Studio. Well, today I've been working on my lumber rack. There wasn't any point in me showing you sanding down the fence boards and cutting everything to length, but let me show you what I'm doing. I've cut 3 of these pieces of old growth pine. It's 1 by 6, true 1 inch, and it is old growth. Look at how tight that grain is compared to the fence boards. You can see the difference in the grain structure. This is new pine, the stuff we buy today, and this is old growth. I got this out of a guy was remodeling his house, and it was about 10 foot long. Anyway, I've cut 3 of these, 44 inches long. I've cut 18 of these. This will actually be the rack portion of my lumber rack. They'll be sticking out about 12 inches. These are 12 inches long. And I had some old T-bar that I wouldn't do anything with. I have a tendency to overbuild everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to machine this to take the T-bar so it'll go between them, and then I'm going to glue them together and laminate it. There'll be 1 inch of the T-bar sticking out, and I'm going to drill that 1 by 6 to accept this T-bar, and then I'll put glue and screws from the back into the wood. Once those are assembled, then I'll find my studs over here on this wall, and I will put my lumber rack up. So that's what you missed. If there's anything to say, the rest of this time is going to be it's probably going to be too noisy for you to hear me. I will show you me milling these up to get these to fit. If there's anything I have to say over that, I'll do a voiceover, just because the last video I did, I was uncomfortable with all of the fan noise. You can hear some of the fans behind the camera. It's the loudest of all of them. If I had it pointed at the fan, you would barely be able to hear me. So I have to go over by the fan to shoot this, and I've got to have the fan in order to stay somewhat comfortable. As you can tell, I'm sweating big time, but because it's South Texas and it's hot. It's not so hot that I can't work, I just sweat a lot. So let's get going. Cut to 12 inches. Then I ripped them at 1 1/4 inches. And what that will do is let me put these in here, and I'll be straddling. So it'll straddle this. I'm going to notch these out so that they fit better. And then these will go in here, and again notched, so that I will glue this up into one piece. I'll have 1 inch sticking out here, and that's what's going to go into, I'm going to drill small holes. So this will just stab right down into the board, and then from the back of that 1 by 6, I will screw into these. I'll drill pilot holes and put screws in. And then these will all be laminated and glued up. I decided to use the steel because I'm not confident that this pine is strong enough. It probably would be, but like I said, I have a tendency to overbuild stuff. So I'll get this machined and we'll go from there. This side's perfect. Do the other 9 and then work on the big ones. Now I got a chamfer that corner. Got to find my block plane. Mucho bettero. Now this is the tricky part. This is going to take some ciphering. My granddaddy would say. Gluing them together. I've still got to glue these together, and I've got to make my holes in here. So I'm going to lay out where I'm going to put all my rails. Okay, each of these is going to be 3 1/4 inches long. That's 1 5/8 inches. Coming about 4 1/4 from the top. That'll give me enough room to put a couple of screws into the studs, and that'll give me 13 inches of storage between the 2 racks. I think 13 inches is plenty. The reason I'm coming in 1 inch is because this is a big lot special. I trust these graduations because I've checked them with my good tape measure, but I'm not exactly confident that that end is dead zero. So I come into the 1 inch mark, add 1 inch to my overall dimension and make my marks. That way I'm assured an accurate dimension. Just another tip from your friendly neighborhood Messy Studio. drill thinking, you're thinking, what in the world is he doing? I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to take this 1/8" upcut bit. I'm not going to be able to go all the way through the board. It's just not long enough. But I can do some of it, and then I can use drill bits to go the rest of the way through. Well, I went through all these calculations, smacked it, and realized that 1/2 inch was depending on this long end going down, not up. So it should be this way. And I turned that just absolutely backwards. So, I mean, it only makes a difference of 1 inch. Which I've got plenty of room to play with. Okay, I'll let those set up in the clamps for a few hours and then come back and glue them into the risers that are going to screw in the wall. It's plenty sturdy. I can't hardly move them. So, yeah, I might have overbuilt it, but I need it to hold. It's hot. It was 96.5 a few minutes ago. It's 100 outside. I'm wringing wet. It's time for me to go in. It's hot. It's Saturday afternoon. I've got them together. I've got to find a place. I got to move that stuff that's along the wall. Then I got to find the studs, figure out where I'm gonna hang them, snap a chalk line. Then I can set my level up between them. Or a straight edge and my 3-foot level. I don't have a longer one, but my 3-foot is, I trust it, it's dead on. But I've got some good straight edges I can put across them. So, some box steel that I know is straight. And so I'll get them square, snap a chalk line, square up the shelf brackets, one with another, so my wood's parallel to the floor. I'll get them mounted, get my wood moved from the storeroom, and then I can go back about doing some organization and stuff in here, because that'll be another worry out of the way. So I'm almost done. Tomorrow's Sunday. I try not to do a whole lot on Sunday. I may get bored and come out here anyway, but have to wait and see what things look like after church. So I'm rambling again because I'm hot. I'll be back. Well, the genius got the camera set up and forgot to hit record again. Basically, all you missed was me popping the first chalk line. Now I'll go hang my first. I'll go hang my first runner. I've got all the studs marked on center. And I just gotta put them up and level them. And then the battery died. I don't know what you missed, but I'll find out when I edit, I guess. So I got the first one hung. I used my string as a plumb bob and popped a straight line that's lined up perpendicular to the plane of the earth. So now all I have to do is level them out between them when I hang the other two. I had to do some pre-drilling. This is an old property, and that old wood in those walls is rock hard. So I had to pre-drill to get the screws in, but that's okay. So now I'll finish drilling my through holes in the other two pieces, and then take them back, run a chalk line, throw a temporary screw in it just to hold it in place, so I can see if I'm level, and we'll go from there. Well, sorry about that, gang. It's inevitable, I guess. Memory card got full, and we were on a roll, and I didn't want to tie my granddaughter up any longer than I had to. I just didn't have enough hands to do some of this, so I don't know how much you missed. We ended up knocking out the rest of the install for my lumber rack. It's all screwed to the wall. And then we took the lumber out of the storeroom next door and brought it in here, and I've got it on the shelf. So, there it's all on the rack. A lot of wood up there, a lot of weight. I guess time will tell and see whether or not it holds. If I come out here some morning and I got lumber on the floor, I'll know. Let's get a closer look. Like I said before, I have a tendency to overbuild everything. All of this is Pecky cypress. Most of those are 10-inch boards. All of this on the bottom is also Pecky cypress. It's 6, 4, and 3-inch boards. On top of that, in the very back, I've got 2 pieces of Wormy American that came out of an old barn in Kentucky. That one in that corner was hand hewn, and also on that same stack up here, right where my finger is, that's all rough sawn walnut. On this bottom shelf, this dark gray stuff that you can see here is rough sawn cherry. I've got some rough sawn walnut, some finished walnut. These white pieces are poplar, and my long pieces of oak flooring are up there that I use for my segmented stuff and other things. So all my wood is stacked now. All my short pieces are here underneath that bench. I think that's a pretty good spot for them. I'm not going to move them. I'm happy with that. I hung these were hanging from the ceiling in my old shop, my garage. I screwed these to the bottom of these brackets, and I've got all my scrap steel and my tube steel, my tubing for my trike project. I just stacked all of my sheet metal on that. It should hold. There's not a whole lot of weight on it, I don't think. We'll see. Down here in the shadows, this is all my rough sawn oak. It was just way too heavy for the lumber rack, or at least I was afraid it was. So I've got it on stickers on the floor, and this is all rough sawn oak. So all my wood is now where it's going to be, with one exception, and that's my sheet goods. Right now I've just got them leaned up against the rack. I've got some big casters that I'm going to use to put under a sheet goods rack that I'm going to build, and I'll just roll it back and keep it stored right where the sheet goods are now, and then I can roll it out of the way when I need to. I think I like my bookcases for my, like I've got this one where it's got some of my magazines in it and some of my woodworking books. More magazines over here. I keep the woodworking magazines because they all have nice plans in them, and I might want to do stuff one day. And I've still got some organizing to do. I need to hang my pipe clamp rack. I just haven't decided where yet. I need to hang my sticker cabinet that I'm going to keep all my router stuff in. I know where I'm going to hang that. I just haven't done it yet. Need to finish organizing those shelves over there. So I got some organization. I've still got some organizing to do before I tackle my next project, and that probably won't happen until next week. I doubt that I'll get another video out between now and this next coming weekend. I'm going to SWAT. I'm leaving here Thursday about noon, going to SWAT, Southwest Association of Turners. I'll put a link in the description. So if you're planning on going to SWAT, look me up. I'll be there. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a great symposium. I went for the first time last year. I've been wanting to go for years. Get to see some old friends, make some new ones. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's a fantastic symposium. I haven't been to the AAW one yet, but this is supposed to be the second biggest in the country. And anybody and everybody's there, you know. Alan Lacer's going to be there as always. Lyle Jameson's going to be there. He usually is too. Tim Yoder's going to be there again. Carl Jacobson's not going to be there this year. We're going to miss him. Why can't I keep these short? If you're going to be at SWAT, like I said, look me up. Please like, subscribe, share. Come back and see us. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching.